Most people spend their whole morning reacting. The alarm reacts, the phone reacts, the coffee reacts, and by the time they leave the house, their morning is already over, and they were never really in it. 5 small habits can change that. Not all at once, not perfectly, just one at a time, in the right order. That is what today is about. Today, we are talking about 5 small morning habits. Each one takes just a few minutes. None of them requires money or equipment or a big change to your life. Together, they can change how your whole day feels, from the first moment you open your eyes. The 5 habits are these. Get morning light. Eat protein for breakfast. End your shower with cool water. Do 10 push-ups. And stop scrolling for the first 30 minutes. You do not need all 5 tomorrow. You only need one. But by the end of this, you will understand why each one matters, and which one you want to try first. Let's talk about what a routine is. A routine is a set of things you do in the same order every morning. A good routine does not just save time. It changes how you feel before your day even really starts. It means you are not just reacting anymore. You are choosing. Let's begin. The first thing your body needs in the morning is not coffee. It is not food. It is not your phone. It is light. Natural light. From outside. Right after you wake up, within the first 10 or 15 minutes, go outside or stand near a bright window. Look toward the sky, not at the sun directly, just at the open sky. For 5 to 10 minutes, that is it. 5 to 10 minutes, outside, in the morning light. Here is why it matters. Your body has a natural clock. It wakes up, it gets tired, it sleeps, it wakes up again. This clock runs every day, but it needs a signal to start properly. That signal is light, natural light, in the morning. When morning light reaches your eyes, your brain gets the message, the day has started. It is time to be awake. Your body begins to respond. It feels more alert, more ready. Without that light, your body is not quite sure what time it is. You might feel slow and sleepy even after a full night of sleep. The light is what tells your body the night is over. Here is something interesting. Morning light does not just help you wake up. It also helps you sleep better at night. When you get light early in the morning, your body sets a kind of timer. It knows when to start producing melatonin, the chemical that makes you feel sleepy, so that it arrives at the right time in the evening, not in the middle of the afternoon. Many people who start getting morning light find that, after a week or two, they fall asleep faster at night. Not because they changed anything about their evening, just because of 5 to 10 minutes in the morning light. One person started standing on their balcony for 5 minutes every morning. Just 5 minutes, with a cup of tea, looking at the sky. They did not expect much, but after 2 weeks, they noticed they were falling asleep more easily at night. 2 good results from one small habit. You do not need sunshine. A cloudy day still works. Natural daylight, even through clouds, sends the right signal to your brain. The only thing that does not work is staying inside with the lights on. It needs to be real, natural light from outside. The micro action for this habit: after you wake up, go outside or open your window and get 5 to 10 minutes of morning light. That is all it asks. Now let's talk about what you eat, because it changes more than most people think. Most people start their day with something sweet, or something made of white flour. A pastry, a bowl of sweet cereal, toast with jam, maybe a sugary drink. These foods are not bad, but they do one thing that many people do not notice. They give you energy very quickly, and then they take it away very quickly. About an hour or two after a sugary breakfast, many people feel their energy drop. They feel a little tired, a little distracted. They need more coffee, more sugar. The morning becomes a cycle of ups and downs. Protein is different. Protein takes longer for your body to break down. That means the energy it gives you comes more slowly, and it stays longer. You feel full for more of the morning. Your energy is steadier. Your brain has what it needs to focus. Think about what a steady morning actually feels like. You sit down to work or study. You are not distracted by hunger. You are not thinking about food. Your energy is not climbing fast and then dropping. It is just there, quiet and steady, letting you do what you need to do. Protein for breakfast does not have to be complicated. Eggs are a simple option. So is Greek yogurt, a small amount of cheese, a handful of nuts, some tofu or beans if you do not eat animal products. You do not need a lot. Even a small amount of protein added to your morning meal can make a real difference. One person used to eat a sweet roll every morning before going to work. By 10 o'clock, they were always hungry again and finding it hard to focus. They decided to try 2 eggs instead. Not every day at first, just a few days a week. After 2 weeks, they noticed the 10 o'clock hunger was mostly gone. They were not thinking about food. They were just working. It was a small change, but the mornings felt different. You do not need to cook a big breakfast. You only need one source of protein, 1 egg, a small cup of Greek yogurt, a little cheese. That is enough to start. The micro action for this habit. Tomorrow morning, add 1 source of protein to your breakfast. Just 1. Small is fine. Before we go to the next habit, here is a question for you. Of the 2 habits we have talked about so far, morning light and protein, which one do you think you could start tomorrow? Think about it and tell us in the comments. We would love to know. Let's keep going. The next habit is the one that surprises people the most, and the one that works the fastest. End your shower with cool water. Not a completely cold shower, not ice water, just cooler than usual. 15 to 30 seconds at the end, before you turn the water off. When cool water touches your body, something happens right away. Your heart beats a little faster. You breathe more deeply. Your body wakes up, not slowly, not step by step, but all at once. And that feeling of being awake and alert can last for hours. Many people say that after a short burst of cool water in the morning, they feel more ready to start their day. Not just more awake, more willing, like something small and hard was already done. First thing. This is worth saying again. When you do something a little uncomfortable, even for 10 seconds, right at the start of your day, it changes how you approach the rest of the day. You have already done one hard thing. The next hard thing feels a little more possible. Not because cool water has some magic, because you showed yourself first thing in the morning that you can do something that is not easy. Some research suggests that short time in cool water may help with energy levels and how you feel. The most important word there is may. It is not a cure for anything, but many people who try it find that it works for them. One person always felt slow in the morning, even after a full night of sleep. They tried ending their shower with 15 seconds of cooler water. Just 15 seconds. They said the difference was clear from the very first morning. Not huge, just clearly better. You do not need to make it very cold right away. Start with water that is just a little cooler than comfortable, even 10 seconds. Then end the shower. That is the whole habit. The micro action for this habit. Tomorrow, end your shower with 10 to 30 seconds of cool water. Just a little cooler than usual. See how it feels. Now we come to the habit that might stay with you the longest. Not because it is the hardest, but because of what it does to how you see yourself. Every morning, do 10 push-ups. Not to get strong, not to lose weight, not to prepare for a workout. Just 10 push-ups every morning, before you do anything else. 10 push-ups takes about 1 minute. Nobody calls 1 minute of movement a workout. So why does it matter? It matters because of what happens in your mind when you do it. Every time you do 10 push-ups in the morning, you are casting a small vote. A vote for the kind of person you want to be. Not the person you were yesterday. The person you are choosing to be today. This is what the word identity means. Your identity is who you believe you are. And your identity is not something that was decided for you a long time ago and cannot change. It is something that builds, action by action, morning by morning. If every morning you do a small physical thing, even 1 minute of push-ups, you slowly start to believe something about yourself. You start to think, I am someone who does this. And people who think that about themselves keep doing it, and then they do more. Here is what makes this different from most advice about exercise. People often try to change their bodies first, and hope their identity follows. But it works better the other way. Even a tiny action, 10 push-ups every morning, plants a seed. It says, I am someone who does this. And that one idea, believed enough times, changes what comes after. 10 push-ups every morning is not exercise. It is a vote. A vote for a version of you that does physical things in the morning. A version that starts the day by doing something, not just reacting to something. One person had never exercised regularly in their life. They started doing 10 push-ups every morning. Just 10, right after getting out of bed. They did not join a gym. They did not buy any equipment. They just did 10 push-ups on the floor every morning. After 1 month, something unexpected happened. They started describing themselves differently. When friends talked about health, they said, I actually do something every morning. They started making better food choices. They started taking short walks, not because anyone told them to, because their identity had quietly shifted. They had voted for a different version of themselves, 1 morning at a time. 10 push-ups is not the point. The point is showing up every morning and doing the small thing. Consistency matters more than intensity here. 100 push-ups one day and nothing the rest of the week is much less powerful than 10 push-ups every single morning. Because 100 push-ups in one day does not change your identity. It is just a number. But 10 push-ups every morning, for 30 days, tells you something about yourself. And that something stays. You do not need to be fit to start. You can do them on your knees if you need to. You can do them slowly. The number is not what matters. The showing up is what matters. The micro action for this habit, tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, before breakfast, before anything, do 10 push-ups, 1 minute. On the floor, as soon as you get out of bed. And that brings us to the 5th habit, the hardest one for most people. And, for many, the most important one. For the first 30 minutes after you wake up, do not scroll through your phone. No social media, no news, no messages. Just 30 minutes of not scrolling. Here is why this matters more than it might seem. Every time you see something interesting on your phone, a funny video, a news story, a message from a friend, your brain gets a small hit of dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. It is a reward, and your brain loves it. This is not a problem by itself. Dopamine is natural. It is part of how your brain works. But when you give your brain easy dopamine, fast, frequent, small rewards, first thing in the morning, something changes. The rest of your day starts to feel harder. Work feels less interesting. Studying feels slow. Even talking to people can feel like more effort than it should. Not because those things changed, because your brain got used to getting rewards easily, quickly, and often. And now the slower, harder things feel like they are not worth the effort. Scrolling in the morning is like eating a lot of sugar before a meal. The sugar feels good, but when you sit down at the table, nothing tastes as good as it should. When you do not scroll for the first 30 minutes, your brain starts the day in a different place. It is calm. It is ready to pay attention to things that are not immediately exciting. It can focus. It can think. The first task of your day feels possible, not boring. You do not need to give up your phone. You only need to wait. 30 minutes. Let your brain wake up on its own before you hand it over to something that will pull it in every direction. 30 minutes is not a long time. It is the length of one shower and a slow breakfast, or one walk outside, or 10 push-ups and a cup of tea. During those 30 minutes, you can do any of the other 4 habits we talked about today. Your phone will still be there when you come back. Nothing important will be gone, but your brain will be in a much better place to handle it. One person started keeping their phone in another room at night. In the morning, they could not reach it right away. They had to get up, do a few things, and only then pick it up. They did not plan this as a habit. It just happened because of where the phone was. After 2 weeks, they noticed something. The first hour of their morning felt cleaner, easier to think. They were not starting the day by reading about things that were stressful or exciting or fast. They were just starting the day, and that felt different, in a good way. The micro action for this habit: tomorrow morning, do not open your phone for the first 30 minutes after you wake up. Use that time for one of the other 4 habits instead. 5 habits, 5 small things. Let's say them one more time. Get morning light. Step outside or stand by a window for 5 to 10 minutes, right after you wake up. Eat protein for breakfast. Add 1 source of protein to your morning meal. Eggs, yogurt, nuts, or anything that works for you. End your shower with cool water. Just 10 to 30 seconds of water that is a little cooler than usual. Do 10 push-ups every morning, before anything else. Not to get fit, to vote for who you are. Do not scroll for the first 30 minutes. Let your brain wake up before you give it dopamine from your phone. None of these habits is hard on its own. That is the point. A hard habit does not last. A small, easy habit, done every morning, builds something real over time. You do not need to start all 5 tomorrow. That is not the point. The point is 1. Pick the one that feels most possible. Try it for 1 week. Then, if you want, add another. Tomorrow morning, pick one of these 5 habits. Just one. Do it before you do anything else. That is the one thing. One habit, one morning, is where every good routine begins. Not 5 habits at once. Not a perfect morning. Just one small decision, made before the day has a chance to make it for you. Pick one habit from today. Do it tomorrow morning. Just one. That is all. Let's remember what we talked about today. Morning light tells your body the day has started. Protein gives you steady energy that lasts. Cool water wakes you up right away. 10 push-ups are a vote for who you are. And not scrolling protects how your brain works for the rest of the day. Tomorrow morning, pick one. Try it. See how it feels. Now let's go over our words for today. Routine. A routine is a set of things you do in the same order every morning. Protein. Protein keeps you full and helps your brain stay focused. Identity. Your identity is who you believe you are. Small actions, done every day, can change it. Dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel good. Scroll. Scrolling means moving through your phone, looking at things without a clear goal. Reward. Your brain wants a reward. The habits you choose in the morning decide which reward it gets. End quote. If this was helpful, listen again, or share it with a friend who wants to learn English and have better mornings. And tell us in the comments, which of these 5 habits will you try tomorrow? See you next time.